Hey everyone. This time I actually am not streaming my music through like I did last time, so now you'll actually be able to hear what I have to say. So now you can actually follow along with my thought process as opposed to just watch the screen happen. Um, anyway, where I left off was here. I had brought in that um, old map, um, or that old jump that I had come up with quite a while ago. I had that in alpha probably, I don't know, 6 months ago. Anyway, I kind of have it all caulked out. Um, I've got water here that I'm planning to have, water there. Trying to kind of keep it within the theme of the map. I'm not really sure if I want a skybox here or if I want to like make it. I know for sure that I want to keep it indoors with the torches and stuff up to like this, like for this first section. And then I was thinking about having you fly so that you're then out in the out in the with the skybox here. I'm not really sure whether I want to do that or not. If I do that, I'll probably end up with torches down here and a second set of light map, uh, light, yeah, light map shaders with the kind of the orange glow shaders to be able to cast that torchlight glow kind of all over this area. I don't know. We need to make sure that this glass is well lit. Otherwise, it ends up looking black just because of the way the shader is. Um, yeah. These are. It's an icy plat. It's a crouch, kind of a jump crouch thing. I know that Mizzix was able, I'm pretty sure, to make it over the wall that I had here. So I put a little, what's going to be a hidden. I know for sure that up here I want this to be open to the sky, and I think I have this separated out here, and I think I'm going to make that skybox. Uh, that could be an issue though. I might cut this into two blocks, one from here down to that point, and then that way that can be sky, this can be sky, and that actually looks like it matches up. I don't know. I'll make sure this is textured, so if you actually get high enough, you can actually see this and grab it. Anyway, yeah, that's kind of the concept for now. I'm not really sure how these platforms will stack up. It's been a while since I've watched people test this. Um, yeah, those are the ending platforms. I know the bottom one is fairly easy. If you make this and jump using that platform and then get two wall jumps, it's pretty easy to grab that. I might make it a no grab just to make it difficult because I need some hard jumps in Icy Cube. So I'm trying to make all of these jumps like just past my current jumping ability, which I'm not the greatest icy jumper, but I'm decent. I mean, I've been playing for a while, and so most of what Icy Cube currently is it's like a Rambetter map. I mean, the hardest it gets is well, to be honest, it's easier than most of the ending jumps for Rambetter's maps. So I want to have some of these that are quite a bit harder to really kind of provide something difficult. Anyways, I think that's what I'm going to be doing now. So um, I also need to caulk. I need to put. I need to caulk box the whole thing. That should be fairly simple. I mean, it's mostly pretty blocky. I'll probably do this in 3 sections. Caulk box this first section here, and then bring it out to a bigger box, and then to another box that encases the ending. That just like speeds up the compile times significantly than putting the entire thing in a giant box. And as well, if I were to just, I don't know, I'm super picky and anal about the way some of this, I'd like this here. I'm gonna have to pull these back and add actual like this here, where I'm kind of super anal about making sure that the visual, like there's behind what's never going to be seen actually by the by the player should always be covered in a caulk texture. So like as you can see, like for this, like all of this can get textured, and everything behind the jump is going to be perfectly is going to be hidden, and that way you get the best performance out of it. Anyways, because of that, and because some of this stuff takes up a lot of geometry, I want to have as little structural brushes, as few structural brushes as possible. And so because of that, I'm just going to encase like most of this in a box. That way, yeah. Anyways, that way it all ends up working out the best. Um, I'm thinking this I made like super deep, and I'm thinking that I'm going to make this like nowhere near as deep. I mean, this water does not need to be that deep, and that's just gonna make extra rendering time and extra stuff that needs to be rendered in game. So I'll probably bring that up. Um, yeah. Anyways, I think that's the current plan. All right, let's get to work. First, I'm gonna hide all this stuff. Alrighty, so I'm gonna have to fill that in. Fill that in. Oh yeah, there's like this little spot there. That'll overlap a bit, but alright, so from there, I assume that these are all the same size, and I'm pretty sure they're 256, so I think I got that. So file, import, got my generated stuff. I want a disk, radius 256, thickness of 8. I've made these before, so why go through the effort of making them again? Flip them sideways. Oh, that was actually the right spot. I didn't see it there, though. Okay, so line this up with the... Okay, and then... Control-Enter switches it over to the other half. Hit Enter to fill. There we go. Let's make it the same caulk texture. And this is not quite in the right spot. I want it over there. Space to copy. Drag it over there. Perfect. And really, this outside, this space here, I don't care about because I'm going to cover the whole outside of this whole thing. I mean, all of this stuff is going to be detail. I'm going to put a structural caulking around the whole jump, so... Alright, and the trickiest part about selecting this is the very last one, which is that little guy right there. I think I got him good. Yep, that's the whole thing. Okay, so copy it. I think I just flip Z around a couple times. No, we're going to rotate Y as well. Perfect. And let's move it in, that way I can easily select. Okay, we don't need up to there, I think. Yeah, I think that's perfect. I think I missed that last one. Yep. Check, that does line up, and I actually got an extra one there, which we don't need. And then nifty, this on both sides is gonna come all the way down to right there. unlock that just to realign the texture. Okay, let's copy it over. Double check that it fits. Perfect. Okay, now I need to fix this crap here. This really doesn't need to start until there. And Shift Enter to keep both halves. These halves, or this early part, these don't, that has to be like that. Okay, this is just to... I'm trying to cut it into pieces that will make sense. This one can stay like there, I think? Is it? Yeah, that's right on the right line. So... I can cut that to there, all the way up. Oh geez, there's a lip there. Needed to undo some of that stuff that I did. I'm not sure what the issue was there. Okay. So start there, and I'm going to go down. Alt-Enter to switch the pieces, Enter to delete the one that's not highlighted. Okay. At the top, I left these little strips, which go all the way up there. Okay. Now this one, we will pull up to probably there. Oops. Okay, and I'll fill that in with the same idea as before. Okay, yeah. I was just double checking that I got that one correct. That last piece is super tiny. Okay, so copy that over. was not what I wanted to do. Perfect. Alright, there we go. Now I've got all of that covered so that now the only pieces that are going to be drawn in game, it'll make perfect squares. You won't see anything, there'll be nothing behind that giant whatever. Anyway, I think you guys get the point. That's for sure going away. I believe that that's good right there. I'm honestly not sure how possible any of those endings are. Dang it, I hid that, but now if I unhide it, I'm going to unhide everything else. I'll just do that last. Let's just texture everything now. Yep, everything's basically ready to be textured. And I hold down Control Shift to only texture the faces. I'm not texturing the back sides.
This is a TV up there, we can take wherever we want it.
Of anything. I'm only texturing the front face.
Alright. I think the Chromecast ought to do the job.
Actually, that's a Samsung. We need Chromecast.
Alright. Where do you want it?
No, that's the bigger question.
Okay. By the way, that's the S stands for slick. I made it as kind of a radiant only texture. That way it's easy to tell what walls are slick, since I'm using the same texture for several different things. Although obviously the ice texture is slick. See here, I want to make sure I got this one good too. Yep, okay. was actually able to get that. That's surprising. Okay. Okay, I don't know what the issue is with this brush, but that needs to be fixed. Not sure what happened there either. Okay, I think that's better. We'll see. Yeah, that one's fine. Okay. Also, these walls, I'm going to change. There's going to be a couple spots here that are going to be like the center kind of part of sections of the wall that I'll make wall jumpable. But I'll do that in a bit. Okay, that's a problem. Well, the plan was to try and keep that secret, but I guess that's not going to happen now. I don't know, you might still... No, that's still going to be pretty easy to spot, I think. I don't know, we'll see. I don't remember if these are supposed to be icy or not. I don't think they are. I think they're just supposed to be normal platforms. I'm going to go ahead and trust their positioning. I have no idea why... How could that have even... What? Okay. No, I want to do that the other way around. Obsidian is acting kind of super weird at the moment. I'm not quite sure why. Sometimes it'll just like glitch around. Not quite sure why it's going on. So, anyways, I think that looks alright for platforms. I don't know, I might redesign that. Try and make it more interesting than that. Alright. I don't know if you noticed how I was doing that. If you make two brushes that overlap, one larger than the other, and hit the CSG subtract button, it takes the one that you have selected and makes an outline. Like, you can see how it basically created a whole bunch of brushes without any of them like actually being inside one another. Anyways, it's nice for quick stuff. Okay. Now normally I'm like super anal about these things. I think in this case I'll let it go. Normally like where these platforms touch this wall, I would actually cut it out just to keep, or I may still need to do that because I may end up with like weird looking shadows here, or no shadows and light bleeding through. And there again. But the only problem with that is now I have to retexture most of this because I swear, like, I don't know, maybe if I hide that. Oh no, it actually kept it all cocked inside there. Okay. Never mind. Oftentimes when you do something like that, it'll actually texture the insides of those. Okay. Okay. So, that all looks good. These platforms. If you were to actually get up here, oh, that's what I might do. If you do a couple pre-jumps and then get there and there, I bet you could, oh, you could actually get, oh yeah, that's right. I was going to make just these two wall jumpable. So if you got a couple pre-jumps and get launched out here and wall jump, okay, so you jump along, wall jump here, wall jump here, wall jump there. You could totally make it on top of that. So that's, I think, going to be my elite platform right there. That there is right about where you can fairly easily grab. I'm going to move it up a little bit just because, honestly, I'm anal about squares matching up. No grab. Actually, that's going to be too difficult. Let's make it grabbable. didn't select that face. Like, I don't know why it turned... What? I didn't... What? I have no idea what Gradient is doing at the moment, but it's bugging the hell out of me. I'm gonna save it, close Radiant. Open it back up again. Alrighty, perfect. Alright, I like how that turned out. This water needs to be split up. Dang it, come on. That's not what I wanted. Get my water texture on there. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. I never actually shallowed that up any. See here, it needs to match up perfectly. There we go. Okay, I guess they are. Never mind. Wait, where's the... Okay, no, that was just distance talking. Okay, now I gotta light this whole thing. So, the way I do that, I have a set of shaders set up. It makes sense once you kind of understand how I set this up. What I did was I created a set of shaders that were all at different light intensities. So I've got these orange lights, which are, it's light at that color, which is the same color as the torches. And then I have this sky light color, which is the same kind of the color that's coming off of these, off the skybox. So anyways, this is all indoors, so I want orange lighting, because I'm going to put a bunch of torches here. That there should probably be like 300, light value of 300. I'll throw 700 underneath. I put 300 around so it lights the roof. Also, if you notice, I pulled the edges away from the walls just by a little bit. That way that they actually light the walls on those sides. And I made those like a 300 light value, and it's same for the top here. It's so it lights up the roof at that 300 value as well. So then copy that. Oh. I think that's where it starts, right? Yep. I'm just going to continue that on. Okay, so now this is quite tall at this point. So I think these ones, they're at 700 now. I think I'm going to bump it up to 1200. That ought to be, it's going to be quite a bit brighter. We'll see how it looks. I may want this one here to be 1200 as well. Maybe too bright, I don't know. I'll just play it by ear for now. Add the torches later. So this one, am I actually looking at the top? Yeah, I am, okay. The edges all need to come in by 1 square. Except for this edge, because that's actually going to mate up with that light map is going to be 300, but I'm going to make the bottom of it 1200 or 700, just so that it gets quite a bit of light down there. And then I'm actually going to copy this and drop it down . I think I'll leave the rest of that in . I don't know. Concept here is that I'm going to make this overall, it's like 300. How high is that above the glass? That's alright. Anyways, I want the bottom of this to look like it's got orange light. The top of this I'm going to have at 300. Oh yeah, I have them all at 300. Underneath here I have 7. And on this edge I'll also have 700. Same with this edge. 700. Just try and cast some more light. I actually think I'm going to make it thicker. Try and get some extra light cast. I don't know. We'll see what it looks like. It could look like super obvious and super ugly. I honestly don't know. Yet. Anyway. Ah, there we are. Okay. Alrighty, so I've got kind of my two light layers, so it should light them kind of differently. Hopefully, the only tricky bit is that I found that this color light doesn't really penetrate after this. They kind of end up bleeding together in this area, but it like hard stops right where this is. So I don't know quite how to make that transition softer. We'll see. This may be like way too bright right here. I'll just keep that only 300. That way the light cast on that isn't like super intense. See how that looks. Alright, now I gotta put caulk around the entire thing. So that's gonna take a while. Then once I get that, then I can actually compile and test, which should be fun. Whoa, hang on. That's no good. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Oh, wow. Okay. Oops. Okay, so I've got that all in. Let's see here. Okay, that's what I just hit my Control D for show only, or to hide detail brushes. Control M makes brushes into detail brushes. Okay. Oh. Okay. Again, I'm just making all of these brushes detail instead of structural. And then leaving the cockbox that I've been building to be the structure. Okay, so now I have to figure out how I want to deal with this whole thing. I think what I want to do here's kind of my outline. I'll need to do something similar to the roof. And now I need to make the walls, which are probably harder. Alright, we're all boxed in. A little bit of overlap there. Oh, that's not good. Can't have that. And same thing down on the bottom. Okay, I really didn't know how that was going to go, but I think I figured it out. Okay, so we should have no leaks now. Control D to bring back the detail brushes. Well that would be that would be why I did that. Make sure those little holes can be a pain in the butt, but I got it, so we're good. And now you can't see it. Okay, that's good. Just about ready to... Whoa. Did I just forget to texture that? What the crap? Why would it... What? Oh, there's a duplicate. Don't want that. Okay. Make sure that's actually all textured, right? Yep. Okay. I don't know how that ended up there, but it did. Alrighty. Well, that's the general idea. I think this used to be... Oh, it is 700. Okay. Yeah, I think that's going to be better. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. That's right, trigger teleport. I believe this is... Make sure that's not actually going anywhere. Okay, yeah, that's good. Alright, that's all. I think I'll just leave it like that for now. Okay. I have to go very soon anyway, so let's go ahead and build this. And I actually figured out, I don't know if you guys noticed earlier, for whatever reason on the Illuminate Raw Lightmap stage, if I compile it in GTK Radiant, for whatever reason it crashes my Twitch stream. So I use Q3 Map to build, and it works just fine. So, anyways, I have this set up on a simple, the light stage is simple fast filter Super 2 for right now. It's a lot big. Adding this jump adds a lot of area, so the Illuminate Raw Light map is going to take a little longer now than it did previously. But it should take, I want to say 50 to 60 seconds to do the Illuminate Raw Light map stage, which is pretty good for 5 jump map. And that's where the cockboxing comes in handy, is if you had it as a giant box around the entire map, then it would take, this stage would take, probably 10 minutes, which is awful. So, I didn't, if you noticed, I didn't add any sort of a way to get from the ending of the jumps to this new jump that I started. I'm just going to no-clip over to it for now. I'm basically going to get rid of what passageways I have when I reintegrate all this with IcyCube. Okay. So, anyways, how long did that take? 57 seconds? Yeah, it was just about right on. It was like 48 before I had this jump added. So this jump added, like, I don't know, a little over it was like right at 10 seconds just to add this one jump in to that stage, which isn't bad. And of course I didn't do any bounces, so that would obviously make it take way longer, but it would look way better. But this is just a test build. On the rocks. Come on. I know I passed over it. Sorry, guys. Probably saw it on the way. Okay, there it is. Maps. Copy and replace. And I'm going to zip this. Rename it. Put that into my working Urban Terra directory. If I was working on Linux, I would actually set all this stuff up as like a, what do you call those? Symlinks. But I don't, so that's actually a copy I have on my desktop that I use specifically for compiling. And I haven't changed any textures or shaders in a while, so... G game type 9 div type. That's exactly what I want. Okay. Oh no! I totally realized I forgot something. So this won't. This will help me see what the jump actually looks like, but it's going to be broken because I forgot to do wall jumps at the end. Let's see here. Jump keys. Turn on stamina. Get rid of that. There's my no clip. It doesn't look too bad. I'm gonna add 700 on top just to try and give it a full push up as well. That way they match nicely. And that does look good. Or that glass looks alright, so that's good. This doesn't look too bad. Actually, it looks a little strong. I might drop everything in here down to the 700. Okay. Save it. Oh, that's another problem. I'm gonna have to drop those down. Or I can add a different thing. Oh, come on, I crouched. That's not going to go well. Yeah, see, you're supposed to be able to wall jump up there once you get up there. Overall, though, I kind of like how this looks. It actually turned out looking alright. And you'd wall jump there, of course. Of course, you can see that trick up there. Why there's a shadow here? That just looks bad. It's like all the way up and down, and I'm not quite sure why. Same there. Like there's shouldn't be anything causing that. Well, looks like I'm gonna need to put a little teleport there, because I can't even jump here either. Alright. I'm gonna see how high I can get on this thing before I go, because I mean this is all I'm gonna get done tonight. Actually, I might have time to go ahead and put the wall jump sections on. I got 1060 there. That's not bad. There we go. You should be able to get quite a bit more height out of that. I think I came into that crouch down there. Okay, so let's go do the fixes, recompile. I don't think I'll have time to actually recompile and replay it. Okay, so this I want to be 700. Same with like the tops of all of these. Here, I'm going to take them back to 700. That should look better-ish. Okay. And then, oh yeah, the wall jumps. Hide that for now. like that, I think. That looks about right. Oh, but I'm gonna actually drop it down to like there. That'll look better. And subtract it. And take that surface and make it wall jump. And I want to hide that to make sure that those all look good. And I want to hide that to make sure that looks good. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so oh yeah, I wanted this here to be jumpable as well. That way, that'll be the secret jump. Alrighty, I'm back, sort of. I was talking to someone. Anyways, so yeah, as you can see, I added some of that non-slick stuff to kind of confuse people. I'm sure like anyone that watches this is going to already know the secrets, but you know, plus for you. That's just a plus for you guys. Okay. Hopefully that all ends up looking great. Oh geez, I'm gonna have to leave here in like 2 minutes. I'm gonna barely have time to jump this like once or twice, but while we're waiting for this to compile, I just want to throw out there one of my thoughts on material design for jump maps, such things. You want to be very consistent in what textures are wall jumpable and what textures are not wall jumpable, as well as like what's slick and what's not slick. So like ice for this map, this ice texture is always slick, and same with like the glass texture. The glass texture is always slick. When on the floor, these tiles are always, they're never slick, they're never icy, and on the walls, you can never wall jump using these tiles. Whereas with these, I have specifically set up throughout all of the map, the entirety of the map, these tile or this color or this texture is specifically meant to be able to be wall jumped off of. So while I use it as a bit of a trim piece for here, the idea is that like I always make sure that specifically like people can pay attention. Yep, okay. That's not what I wanted. Okay. So anyways, the concept there is that I've got I always think through the material design, that way it's always you know the same. Anyways, yeah, that way it's consistent for everyone, and it makes the map just tie together better. And I've seen some maps recently where that wasn't taken into account, and it's just like all walls, like the walls all like alternate different colors, and sometimes they're wall jumpable and sometimes they're not, and there's like two different textures to make alternating wall colors, and both of them are sometimes wall jumpable and sometimes they're not, and it just makes it really confusing for jumpers if they can't predict where they're going to be able to wall jump, what the surface is going to be when they get to it, so that you could like first try go through a jump without having to be like confused for hours. So anyways, that's one of my little pet peeves about maps, is when they do material design and they don't keep consistency. Okay. Snow clip over there. Oh, this looks a lot better with the lowered lighting. Okay, let's turn up the volume. Oh yeah, I need to get rid of that. I need to jump keys, stamina on. One thing that really bugs me about this whole thing, this is just the OCD bit of me, that doesn't line up. Whoa, I didn't even have to crouch on that one. That's not right. That second one, it looks like the height is set wrong because I didn't have to crouch. The first one, though, you can get blocked, which is good. Or maybe it's just too late. That's probably what it is. Oh, no, there it is. That's lame.
It is. The time is currently 9:16. Oh, that's a cool map.
Oh, that's not grabbable like that. Okay, so I'm gonna have to actually lower that.
Dude,
That's lame.
is this the one that you're working on?
Yeah.
Those textures are bitchin'.
Yes.
It's like an Egyptian sepulcher. Or tomb, if you want to be pedestrian about your...
My brother, everyone. Alright,
But Daniel, it's 9:15, so we should...
okay, yeah.
head out for the
I have to
movie.
go. I'm gonna go see Age of Ultron. I'm kind of excited. Alright, that's also really kind of pissing me off. Oh well. I'll probably just end up leaving it like that. There's really no reason to raise the floor. Also, it looks like I'm gonna have to lower that one. Maybe I'll lower it down a full. Also, why in the world is that? That's annoying. There's like an entire line right there. Oh, that's right where the... Oh, you know what? I bet I didn't pull that away from the wall or something. Oh well. I'll figure it out later. Also, I really don't like how there's like this line. It really bugs me. Well, I'll figure out how to make this better later. Alrighty, you guys have a good evening. I'll